Well, hello. My name is Duncan Alderdice, and the purpose of making these videos is to document the journey, my journey as I become the person that I am. Today was an interesting day. Weird, like good overall during the day, weird ending to it. So I'll start with the good part, which is, so here's the strange thing. Today I only did 51 dials, which isn't very much. But I had 3 booked demos as a consequence of those 51 dials, which is quite crazy because now if I combine today's dials with yesterday's dials and the demos booked, like that's 82 dials, which is normally less than what I do on a typical day, but 5 booked demos, which I don't know what the conversion rate is, but like, okay, what? Like that's a 6% booking rate, which doesn't take into consideration, like that's this like double dials and dials that have just gone to voicemail. Like that never happens. Like I've done days that are like 183 or 200 plus dials and only booked 1. But so that was it was a good feeling, and as well because November seems to have been a slower month. But based on the data that like I have been doing, like it just is reinforcing that idea that the month is slow if you think it's going to be slow, not because there are external factors in making it slow. Which is a nice lesson to learn, because if I actually have a number like that disproves that thought, then the next time I'm going like, oh, I'm having a slow month, it's like it is not because there's something else. It actually is just the way I'm approaching it. I'm probably doing something wrong, because when there was a slow month, I didn't. I had a typical month, and quite possibly even a more successful one, just because these are video demos, which seem to be holding at a much better rate. But that's that. I did go to bed on time yesterday, so that's nice, and that got me to wake up early. I still slept in, but the fact that my default clock is waking up around that 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock time is where I'd like to be heading. So slow progress moving in that direction. Haven't edited any videos recently, so that's frustrating, but I did have done 2 sets of 30 push-ups. I'm probably going to do another set afterwards just to get it done. So the way that the day ended was interesting, because it was for the demo that I've been holding, and like I spoke to the guy last week and then the week prior. He reached out, seemed interested. The program seemed something that he would actually kind of want to include, and then we rescheduled for a follow-up today. He didn't pick up the call both times I dialed, and when I tried an alternative number as well. So that was interesting. I don't think he's ghosting me. I think this is the week of Thanksgiving, so something probably just came up, and like when I'm looking through his file, I guess you could call it, it seems like there was interest he had earlier in the program, but it wasn't a good timing thing. But then there weren't any follow-ups. So I just will keep following up until I get a hold of him, because again, the conversation was not he's on the fence. It was like, yeah, no, this seems like it could work. So now it's selecting the package and determining what time you actually want to start. So that I'm not giving up on that, because I don't like, it doesn't feel like I'm being like overly persistent chasing somebody who's not actually interested in the program, wasting my time. It feels more like something came up in the schedule, and I am, well, like something came up in the schedule that prevented them from coming from this scheduled time, but because they expressed interest earlier and they have they fit the ideal client profile, it is worth my time. So I'm going to do that. But all in all, it just was a very weird day because I didn't make very many dials, but booked a ton of demos. Which I mean, I'm not complaining. And one of the ones that was scheduled for today held. The other one was rescheduled, and everything's looking good. Like nothing, no complaints, no nothing. That's all I have for right now. But I will see you later.